Commander Vask of the Tellurian Expeditionary Force stared at the orbital scans with growing concern. His mandibles clicked nervously as he studied the readouts from the blue-green world below. "Impossible," he muttered. "These readings cannot be accurate." His second-in-command, Officer Greel, leaned over his shoulder. "What troubles you, Commander?" "This planet, that humans call it Earth. Its atmospheric composition alone should be lethal. Oxygen at over 20%? That's practically combustible. At the gravity? Nearly twice what our warriors are accustomed to." Greel's compound eyes widened, yet the scans showed teeming life. Billions of sentient beings. Indeed. Vask zoomed in on a populated area, and according to our intelligence, these humans consider their world quite hospitable. The Tellurian fleet had arrived at the edge of the Sol system 3 days prior. Their mission was simple: assess the human homeworld for potential conquest. The Galactic Council had dismissed humans as primitive, barely spacefaring creatures from a harsh corner of the galaxy, easy prey. Vask was beginning to doubt that assessment. "Launch a stealth probe," he ordered. "I want more detailed information before we commit our warriors." The probe returned 12 hours later with data that left the command staff speechless. "The humans routinely consume substances that would kill our kind instantly," reported the science officer. "They ingest ethanol for pleasure. They flavor their food with capsaicin, a compound that causes intense pain." Vask stared at the footage of humans engaging in recreational activities. They deliberately throw themselves from high places attached to fabric canopies. They ride boards down frozen water at speeds that would shatter Tellurian bones on impact. "Most concerning," added Greel, "they appear to have weaponized their natural resilience. Their military training involves deliberate exposure to hardship." Vask's decision was swift. "We will send down a small reconnaissance team. No contact. Observation only." Lieutenant Mork led the 6-member team to the surface under the cover of darkness. They landed their stealth craft in a forested area outside a medium-sized human settlement. "Remember," Mork cautioned his warriors, "this is a deaf world. The atmosphere alone could damage your respiratory systems with prolonged exposure. Keep your filters engaged at all times." They moved silently through the trees, their adaptive camouflage blending perfectly with the surroundings. The settlement's outer area appeared to be some kind of disposal site. Piles of discarded items stretched across several acres. "A primitive waste management facility," observed the team biologist Ziv. "Let's examine what these creatures discard. It may provide insight into their vulnerabilities." The Tellurians spread out, scanning the refuse with their portable analyzers. Mork had barely begun his survey when a startled cry came from across the site. He rushed over to find Ziv backing away from a large metal container. "What is it?" Mork demanded. Ziv's voice quavered. These objects, the humans have discarded them as waste." Mork looked into the container and felt his blood run cold. Inside were dozens of metal implements, cutting tools, hammering devices, and what appeared to be primitive projectile weapons. "They throw away potential armaments," Mork whispered, "as if they have no value." Another warrior called them over. "Commander, look at this." The warrior had found containers of chemicals, cleaning solutions, automotive fluids, and pesticides, all casually disposed of. "These substances," the warrior said, checking his analyzer, "would dissolve our exoskeletons on contact. That humans handle them with only minimal protection." As dawn approached, the Tellurians had cataloged more discarded items, devices containing rare earth metals, construction materials that could withstand immense pressure, and protective gear that would be considered military-grade on their homeworld. "They discard things our civilization would treasure," Mork said grimly. "What kind of beings are these humans?" Their final discovery came as the first light of dawn broke over the horizon. In a separate area, humans had discarded exercise equipment, weights of metal that would strain even the strongest Tellurian warrior to lift. "They strengthen their bodies for recreation," Ziv noted, scanning a dumbbell. "The average human could crush our strongest warrior with their bare hands." Mork made the decision. "We've seen enough. We must report to Commander Vask immediately." Back on the command ship, Vask listened to the reconnaissance report with growing horror. The evidence was undeniable. Humans were not merely adapted to their death world. They thrived in it, shaped by its harshness into something formidable. And you believe these discarded items represent their unwanted, obsolete technology? Vask asked. Yes, Commander, Wark confirmed. What they consider waste would be prized possessions for many species in the Galactic Council. Vask turned to his communications officer. Send an encrypted message to High Command. The conquest of Earth is not recommended. These humans, he paused, searching for the right words. These humans are forged in conditions that would kill our kind. They casually discard what we would consider weapons. They drink poison for enjoyment. What shall I tell High Command is your recommendation? The officer asked. Vast's reply was immediate. Recommend immediate non-aggression pact. Potential alliance if possible. But under no circumstances should we provoke these Death World denizens. As the message was sent, Vask gazed out at the blue-green planet below. For the first time in his military career, he felt genuine fear, not of defeat, but of something far worse. The terrible recognition that the universe contained predators far more dangerous than his own kind, and that humans didn't even recognize how terrifying they truly were.